Hello everyone. Before I start the video, I want to give a huge shout out to my hometown of Browns Mills, New Jersey and Scranton, PA for the peaceful protests that have been going on. Keep up the great work. Now, onto the video. Martin Luther King once said that a riot is the language of the unheard, and that quote is as relevant today as it was back when he said it. Today, I want to discuss the world's response to George Floyd's death. This video is just my thoughts on it. We have all had the unfortunate experience of living through countless deaths of African Americans due to police brutality. There's obviously a problem with African Americans just being slaughtered, and that shouldn't sit well with anyone. When I learned about the death of Ahmaud Arbery, I was disgusted. I truly believe that his killing was just an act of total hate and racism. As a longtime runner, it really hit home to me that not everyone can feel safe while running and feel the freedom that running gives them based on the death of Ahmaud Arbery. And it just really upsets me that the world has to be like this right now because of hatred and racism of some idiots. I was also appalled by the death of Breonna Taylor. There's no way to justify police breaking into her apartment and killing her. Breonna Taylor, an innocent African American woman. And I think that the death of George Floyd was just the straw that broke the camel's back. People are fed up with the constant killings of African Americans by police, and so am I. Until something is done about this, I hope America does not keep quiet on this critical problem that has been plaguing our society for years. Black discrimination has been a problem that has been in our American society for hundreds of years, and it has to stop. I know that if we keep our voices heard and our thoughts known, change will come. I sure don't think our president has done anything to make the situation better. President Trump called the protesters thugs, and he said that he would unleash the military and vicious dogs on them. Inflammatory statements such as these only further divide our country. I also do not understand how, when unnecessarily armed protesters stormed Wisconsin state capitol demanding an end to a coronavirus lockdown put in place by their governor, President Trump called these people very fine and that the governor should just come a deal, while he allowed tear gas to be used on peaceful protesters protesting the death of George Floyd to make way for a photo op. He allowed these actions by the police after he said he's a supporter of all peaceful protesters. So if you are a supporter of all peaceful protesters, why would you allow tear gas to be used on peaceful protesters? And why would you condone unnecessarily armed protesters? There's also been a lot of controversy over the Black Lives Matter movement. Many others would rather say all lives matter. Personally, I see no problem with Black Lives Matter. I feel like the main purpose of Black Lives Matter is to bring awareness to black injustices and to stop them. And I personally don't have any problem with that. On a side note, I also believe that environmental justice is another segue to bring racial justice. I recently found a piece of coursework from Stanford University in which environmental justice is studied. The document said that more African Americans live within the 50-mile radius of nuclear power plants, and that more whites live outside the 50-mile radius of nuclear power plants. With that being said, if we reduce our use and construction of nuclear power plants, we won't only be preventing racial discrimination against blacks, but we will also be contributing to a more sustainable society, which in turn can benefit the whole world. This is a situation that is transcending our nation's boundaries. You can see many countries such as England and the Netherlands protesting these injustices as well, and I hope this can all be a catalyst to bring an end to racial injustice. To make black lives respected by all police, this respect must be demanded. That's all for today, people. Peace. See you later.